Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm on the boat today. Becky's back at the farm. She had some commitments back there. Came up to see about a few of the systems that need to be checked, and we got our inverter back damaged a while back. So take you through that and a bunch of things going on in the boat, as they always say. Seems like bust out another 1,000. It looks like we got some more things that require fixing and or some maintenance, so let's get into it. So our first issue was we had sent this Xantrex unit in for repair, and it got repaired, and then it got severely damaged and dropped on the way back from repair. We had it insured, and so the claim was paid on it because it's not in working condition. I have a background in electronics. I worked for Motorola for a few years, and so I did get it to finally turn on, and the fan is rubbing up against the grating because it was bent in, so I think I'll be able to fix that. Of course, we have it completely disconnected when we're doing any service on it, but it appears now that I've been able to resurrect the unit. My concern and why we took the insurance and scrapped this is because we don't know how long it'll last. With that kind of damage, I mean, on the casing, who knows what kind of parts were affected. But for right now, it seems that I've been able to resurrect it. I've got to do a little bit more work on it and get it buttoned up. We're going to try to hang it up in here and start to run everything. Now it's been, charging the batteries, but I have another problem. So let's take a look at what that is. So this starboard engine battery, when I got here, the actual bilge pump operation light was on, and this bilge is the main bilge in the engine room. It's actually located underneath the inverter in that panel, and there's a bilge in there. The way that bilge works is it actually intermittently runs and senses if it's pumping any water or fluid, and if not, it shuts off. Well, when I got here, that light was on continuously. The bilge, you could hear it running. So I think the bilge is sticking. When I started the port engines, the light actually went off. And then a little while later it came back on, and it stayed on again. And these are additional bilges, a forward bilge and a rear bilge. But it appears that the bilge may be sticking, so I'm going to have to open that up and take a look. I've got this access panel open because I've been doing a lot of wiring work in preparation, for the loop next year, just going through all the systems, making sure we try to get them all bulletproof. So that's problem number 2. Okay, we got the faulty bilge pump out. It's not faulty in that it's not pumping, it's faulty in that its sensing capability is malfunctioning and it's running all the time. Occasionally it pops out of it and shuts off, but it's running pretty much all the time, and it's running off of this battery, which is not hooked up to my charger inverter, so it's draining that battery. You can see it's past life. Somebody rigged up a oil change gizmo, but the problem is that a lot of the oil ran back into this bilge, so we're using some oil diapers, some 3M oil diapers. We're going to get all this soaked up, get the water out of there, degrease it. We'll end up bilge coating this white, and we got to get this bilge pump replaced. The good news is there's really not any water that's coming in here. So, and we have a forward pump and we have a aft pump. So even if we do have any water enters, while we're waiting on this bilge pump to come in. It's not going to be a big deal. We have multiple bilges on the boat. So we cleaned the gunk off of this, and it is a Rule 2000, which is a pretty quality bilge. It is the auto sensing technology. It doesn't have a float switch in it. And there's the strainer basket that's screwed into the floor. We've got some of this water out. We'll get the rest of it out, and then we'll get it cleaned up. But I'm gonna go take this back and bench test it. If I can at least have it working manual, I'll keep it in case we ever need a spare that can run in manual mode. But it's flaky and automatic, and we don't need that. So we'll have to buy a new one and install it. So we've got the new Seaflow 2,000 gallon per hour bilge. We've got actually a float switch, and so we will wire it into the existing panel switch, which is a off, an auto, and a manual. So we'll follow the wiring diagram in the manual for this and wire it up to our wiring, and then that way we can manually run this, but when it float switch activates, it'll empty the bilge, and that way we won't have any of that sensing stuff that will run and draw 8 amps off our batteries about every 3 minutes. So we interrupt this video because we're just gonna have a little bit of fun. And we had some friends come up today. I finished the bilge pump work last night that you've just been seeing, and we took the boat down to Chattanooga, about 15 miles. Have to do one lock, and tied up down there at the Tennessee Aquarium. Walked in, had lunch, and we're on our way back to the marina. We're almost there. Let's go out here and take a look around. There's Becky tidying up. Engines are just a purring. Oh, I thought Becky was driving the boat. I guess I better get up here and drive. But good day on the water, beautiful weather, mid-70s. Beautiful weather. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. We want to grow the channel.